This is the official dance of the.
This is the podcast dance.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Press Start Radio Show. Yeah, we're glad you're here. Everyone's happy, having a good time. It's going to be a great show. That's right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Will. With us today, we got Sean.
Back again.
Welcome back. Bear.
Yes, sir. Back to back.
Woohoo. Back to back. And so, we got a great show in store for you today. Of course, we're going to talk about some of the new releases of games coming out.
Yes, sir.
And we'll talk about a little bit of storytelling. Story time. I got some things to say about that. And then, of course, we got to get Harry Potter in there.
Mm-hmm.
We know you,
Have
Harry.
to sprinkle it in.
You know, you Harry Potter fans are out there. You're going to want to be a part of that conversation. Let's get right into it. Again, you listen to the Press Start Radio Show. Thank you for being a part of our show today. Let's kick things off, Bear. I'm going to come over to you.
Yep.
Let's talk about some games that the people can get their hands on next week.
Yep. We got Blanc releasing for PC and Nintendo Switch on the 14th.
What do you know about Blanc?
Co-op adventure.
Oh, yeah?
Has a nice black and white aesthetic. So maybe one of those quirky little games.
Man, you know, some of the best experiences comes with those co-op adventures. There needs to be more production. Co-op.
Yeah, I think there's a reason a lot of people are still talking about like It Takes Two. Like
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
We got Labyrinth of Galleria, the Moon Society. It's a role-playing game coming out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch. So that might be an exclusive title if it's not on, any Microsoft products.
And Bear, I'm just I'll pause it right there. We were talking about this before the show. There's games like that probably aren't on your radar. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It could be.
Could be. But what do we really know about this game until you watch the trailers? Maybe it's about the developer. But I would encourage you, when you hear these new releases, we cover new releases because these are brand new games that are hitting the market, and it might be right up your alley.
Could be.
Do some research. Maybe you want a new pastime, or you're looking for a way to pass the time.
Ooh.
Nothing's caught your eye, and all of a sudden, whatever you just said, Bear,
Moon Colony?
Moon Society.
There it is.
Blanc.
Blanca.
Yeah. We got Wanted Dead, one of those other, maybe you want it. Maybe you wanted, right? Action adventure coming out on everything except Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
Yep. And then we got, these one word titles. We got Returnal.
Oh, that's
is
already
is a shooter.
Oh.
Returnal.
Yep.
No, is it for what?
It's just for the PC, so this might be
this is a
delayed
PS5 game.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Sony exclusive. Great game.
Okay.
That was
Returnal.
neat. You kind of you're in like sort of a dream state, but you kind of keep replaying things over and over again.
I remember this cover.
Yeah, it's like Groundhog Day, but in an alien universe with guns.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have Theatrhythm, Final Bar Line. It's a rhythm game, so coming out for PS4 and Nintendo Switch. So that would make me think also delayed release. I'm guessing coming to older
Only gen,
or
yeah.
Nintendo.
I wonder what kind of rhythm game though.
Yeah,
Like a Beat Saber? Or-
Theatrhythm.
I'll look it up.
Dan-
You keep reading. I'll
Yeah,
look it up.
look that up. Dance rhythm,
Uh,
I bet.
We got The Settlers, New Allies. So seems to be a sequel coming to PC. It's strategy management.
Strategy. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
Build your civilization, sort of.
Yeah. We have Tales of Symphonia Remastered Edition.
Popular series.
But it seems to be a delayed remastered release coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So we got, those old gens.
By the way, you listen to the Press Start Radio Show. We're talking about new games coming out next week. This is Sean,
Blanc.
Bear,
Roll Tide.
Will. What else you got, Bear?
We got one more. Wild Hearts. With
yeah.
a picture of a dog. It's an action adventure.
Yeah, heard of it.
Coming to all current gen except for Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
This is interesting.
So, would you looked up that
Returnal?
theatrical?
Theatrhythm. Theatrhythm.
Yeah,
I think
Theatrhythm.
it's a Final Fantasy rhythm game where it basically looks like you're like the conductor of an orchestra,
Okay.
but it's very like cartoony. They look like Mii's, but they're apparently Final Fantasy characters, like the original Wii Mii's.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, and it's a Nintendo game, it seems?
It's a Nintendo, like, made by Square Enix
Okay.
game.
Yeah. So again, there's a game like that. You know, maybe it's a ton of fun.
Maybe.
It could be a great game, and no one, like the average person, might not have even taken the time.
Yeah.
If you like Final Fantasy music and you like rhythm games, Theatrhythm is what you want.
Yeah.
would-
Speaking of like current gen, old gen, where does the Switch like fall into everything at this point? Because that thing's been out for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
Nintendo put out a statement recently
What
saying
was it?
they think that they're going to start moving forward
Oh,
With what?
with a new console.
No.
Yeah,
Switch 2,
Yeah.
maybe.
Electric Boogaloo.
What are they going to switch to?
Ooh.
No, it's a magical joke. Well, hey, why not? Like we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Imagine a Mario or Zelda on like a PS5
Or PC.
or a PC.
Yeah.
Something with the latest state-of-the-art graphics cards, production value, Unreal 7. If you could put dude, that would be insane.
Yep.
I agree.
What kind of platformer could you put together with that kind of power? All right. When we get back from the break, we're talking about stories and other things that are awesome. All right. Well, we'll be back right after this.
Magical.
Magical. Welcome back to the Press Start Radio Show. Thank you for being here with us. We truly appreciate it. We've got things to talk to you about, and you're going to want to hear it because it interests you. And why not? What else are you doing? Right?
Boom.
Well, welcome back. My name's Will. This is Bear.
Yes, sir.
Sean.
Got me on that.
Yeah. Tricky.
All right. So, we last left. We were talking about what were we talking about?
New releases and storylines.
Storylines.
Yeah.
We talked about doing a storyline or talking about games that had
Storylines.
Here's what I was going to bring up. I recently finished God of War
Uh-huh.
How was it?
and the new one. by the
Yeah.
way. So Ragnarok, and it was amazing. I gotta say, it's fantastic. But it's like there's some games are getting to a point to like their movies, right?
Mhm.
So because of the ability to put such production behind a game, there's more cutscenes.
Yep.
Because they can tell a deeper story
Mm-hmm.
now. You've got the ability to do that. I mean, did you guys play The Last of Us?
Yep.
I played through most of it. I never finished it.
So, the beginning of the game,
You don't do anything.
well, it had you kind of like crying almost.
Oh, yeah.
From that kind of opening scene.
Yeah.
And we talked about this before too. The TV show
Yep.
had the one scene, that first scene, is almost identical. They do a side by side.
I've seen this side by side. It's basically identical.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And so God of War is able to capture that kind of emotion, and they do it later on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just insane to me that they want you to learn these life lessons, right? They want you to learn points that come up, I think, in life, and they're doing it and almost teaching you in the way that they want to teach you through the story. It's just fascinating to me. I mean, what's the best story game that you guys have played that you can think of off the top of your head?
Red Dead 2.
Great. Okay, that's a great one.
Beautiful.
That was good.
Beautiful world, beautiful story. And just like that, where we're bringing up cutscenes and all this stuff, like let's say it's a 5-chapter game. The whole first chapter is just getting you into the world.
Yeah.
It's almost like a book
Right.
more so that it takes so long for you to just get the introduction. But once you fall into like the pitfall of the storyline, there's no turning back. It's just so good.
Bear, how about you?
Probably Last of Us 1.
I mean, classic.
Yeah.
One of the best. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. So this game, God of War, somehow it's got classic characters like, I'll just go ahead. Hopefully this isn't a spoiler, but it's got Thor in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells his tale a little bit differently, but it like sticks true to his awesomeness or his kind of power. But
That's cool.
the humor's there, everything's there, and then they got Odin. So if you're familiar with Norse mythology, he's kind of the bad guy, but again, he's not like your typical. The story is done in such a way where he doesn't know he's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize where he's coming from, and then you're just kind of watching it all unfold. And it's just like, wow, I'm just going through this game at this point. I agree with what he just said. Oh gosh, why did this happen? And it just brought me in further. The gameplay is amazing. The weapons are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, this is another thing that I really liked and experienced. Did you guys play the first beginning of this series, by the way? God of War, like way back when?
Yep.
Yeah, I played more of the original ones than I have of the Norris.
God of War 3, big favorite.
Yeah, so Greek mythology,
Yep,
all of your, name them all. Well, Kratos had certain powers. Anyway, he becomes this god, and he tells his story. One of the coolest things about that game is the music, I think. Like, he has this theme song, and like when something is getting ready to go down, it plays his music, and like it's like he's mad.
Yeah,
like something's about ready to happen. And like somewhere towards the end of this game, I didn't even pick up on it, but like something goes south, and you can see this expression, and then all of a sudden the music kicked in. And dude, I was just like, I got chills. I was like, oh man, like you thought he was away from all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, you were like sucked right back into it. It was crazy, man. It was so good.
I love that. I love when they do callbacks like that for a series that long and everything.
But music did that.
I mean, I think that's the way it is with the Souls games too. You get this Latin opera music that comes in during a boss song,
and it just adds so much depth to this environment that they want you to experience. But that's where games are. I mean, people think gaming, but man, they just take you nowadays. There's so much. They look great.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay, the storytelling, the writing. Yeah, it's a super high production game.
Do you think with the Last of Us adaptation, some of these game developers are maybe thinking about how to TVify it? I mean, we're seeing these open world, a lot of cutscene, story-heavy games coming out.
Great question. I think it's easier now because of everything I just went over. The games are already almost there. The characters are already so well developed that moving it to the movie screen, I mean, you have to find the right actor.
Yeah.
But the actor has more to go off of other than just saying, here's Mario. He's a plumber. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just using a random.
Yeah.
But by the way, there's a new Mario movie getting ready to come out, so we'll see. Hey, they made a movie off of Legos.
Yeah,
it's like a franchise, actually.
Like somehow they made that work.
All right. Oops. Sorry.
All right, let me go back here. All right.
There it is.
Hey, when we get back from the break, we're going to talk about Harry Potter, which I know you want to hear about. So we'll be back here in just a few. Oh yeah. Just. All right. Well, welcome back to the show. It's the Press Start Radio Show. My name's Will. This is Bear.
Yes, sir.
This is Sean.
Woohoo!
Quick shout out to all of our sponsors: Mover Dudes, Bob Rocks, 100.9 The Line, Shenandoah University, CLX Computers, Astro Gaming Headsets, Logitech, Respawn Gaming Chairs, Nanoleaf. If you haven't looked up that company, look up Nanoleaf. They got some interesting,
They got some cool stuff.
Really cool stuff.
Cool stuff there, yeah. We want to thank Win Life TV. We're now on Win Life TV, the Winchester Chamber of Commerce as well. Thank you to them. Appreciate everything that they're doing. Yeah, hopefully I didn't. Blue Mics. I want to thank Blue Mics. And the glasses. We've got a new sponsor.
Yep, Ray Dasher.
Ray Dasher. What do you know about them?
They're providing not just, everyday sunglasses, everyday wearing glasses. You got blue light glasses.
For computer light.
Yep. For computer light,
Yeah, artificial light.
for gamers, for workers, or for both, right?
Yeah, nice. So we welcome them on board. Thank you to all of our sponsors. You guys make this happen. And we're looking to add new sponsors to put on our show, give us shout-outs to, add space during the show. So if you want to be a part of it, reach out. You can contact Bob Rocks. You can contact us. Call us, Shenandoah University, whatever you want to do. Appreciate you guys. All right. So now to the moment
we've
you've
been
all
waiting
been waiting for. There we are.
Okay. Woohoo. Now we're gonna do the whole thing like this. Or like.
That one? Oh. Wow. Okay. Oops.
Sorry
There
about
we
that. Okay, I was having too much fun. I just love doing sound effects. I just love it. All right, so Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. Of course, we I guess we would quickly mention Harry Potter series has been in the news for J.K. Rowling's views and all that stuff, which was brought back into light because of the release of the game. But I would say at this point, let's just talk about the game. Because fans of the series are still fans of the series regardless. It's the characters are great. The movies are great. The books are great. The atmosphere is great. And now we got this brand new game that just came out. Now, I'm going to come to you guys. I'll let you each talk. You guys have had first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
The game just came out, by the way. If you didn't pre-order it, it came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to get first impressions. And then next week, we're going to have Joey, a couple other people back, Xander, talk about first full week here.
Yeah,
Love it.
All right, so Bear, you want to kick us off? You've had chance to play Hogwarts Legacy. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I got some double-digit hours in there. I am continually amazed by the depth.
Okay.
I think the scale of the game is ever increasing with every hour I play. I play for more than 10 hours, and it turns out you're still in the tutorial at that point, really. When you're checking howlongtobeat.com 2 days after it releases early, and people are saying it takes 2 days to beat, the game has a lot of content just for the main story. And if you're doing all the side quests, you're doing all the collectibles, I think we're looking easily at a 3-digit hour-long game.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm a fan of that. I mean, if I'm paying $70, $60, I want to get my money's worth.
This is going to keep you busy. And then how often? Some people can't play, but what? 3 hours a day, maybe?
Yeah.
That's going to take you a while.
Yeah.
So you're getting your money's worth.
Getting your money's worth. Good game. I've really enjoyed it so far.
Hold on, let me back you up there for a second. You said 11 hours just to get through the tutorials?
Yeah,
Just about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Before you play, you should know. All right. Let me come over to you. First impressions, Sean. Let's switch gears. What are your thoughts? First impressions.
I
Hogwarts
love
Legacy.
This game has made me a Harry Potter fan. I haven't seen all the movies. I haven't read the books, but this game got me excited for the world.
You got peer pressure into buying this.
Not kind of. I would say I got peer pressured into pre-ordering it.
Okay.
I probably would have sat on it if it wasn't for the office that I work in.
This is cool though.
Super fans like Nikita and Xander and Joey
and
and Alyssa.
And what were you saying? So you like this?
I love it.
Oh,
I
do
love
you?
the combat. I love the story. Nikita put it really well that it feels like we're only about, let's say, 10 to 15 hours in, and at the time of this. And it feels like every time you push the story, even like a couple percentage through, the depth of the world gets so much greater.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know all the lore and all this stuff, but it has been so fun to be in this world.
That's cool, man. All right. By the way, you're listening to Press Start. My name's Will. Sean.
Wizard.
This is Bear.
Which?
All right. Incidentally, Nikita and Bear are one and the same for those of you listening. All right. So, did you get the sorting part done? Did you? I heard that this was part early on in the game.
We're very early, yeah.
Okay. And for Harry Potter fans, this is the hat, right? This is
Yep.
which one. Now, where did you guys end up?
Ravenclaw.
Okay.
I got given Ravenclaw, and I stayed with that selection. So
So you have a somewhat kind of control over this, right?
You do.
In
You
the
get to
game?
pick. Because
Okay.
I answered the questions. The questions aren't that in depth.
Mhm.
I got Gryffindor.
Oh, you
but
did? Okay.
I switched to Slytherin.
Did you? What made you do that?
Well, in this game, you get to be the wizard that you would like to be, and in this playthrough, I am going to be a bad wizard.
That's what Joey's gonna do. Yeah.
and I'm excited for it.
All right. What are you gonna do? All right. We'll have more for you on the Harry.
Harry Potter.
Oh no! After when we get back next week, we'll see you next time, guys.
See
We'll
ya.
see you.
bye bye.